What's up, party animals? Manny Lore here with another Study Minute presented by Fantasy Cruncher. As always, I got 3 topics for you. First, Sharks don't win any of the 300Ks on any site, right? Fanduel had 1, Draftkings had 2. I'll show you the winners, but Sharks struggled just a little bit. Topic number 2, Fantasy Cruncher Pro and Lineupstudy. More new stuff for you guys. You can now filter by stacks and combos, even when looking at individual players. I'll show you what I'm talking about coming up. And topic number 3, payout structures are back to normal. At least on Draftkings they are, right? On Draftkings they were horrible on Monday. Like probably the worst we've ever seen. They come back down. We're back to 15, 16% to first. It's much better. I'll show you what we got. All that and more on the Study Minute, baby. Let's go. Sharks just couldn't do it, man. It was a huge Monday. There were tons of prizes up for grabs. There was a double qualifier. There were 300Ks. There was everything you can imagine. It came with a lot of backlash because there was a ton of prize money to first, and you know how the public feels about that, including myself. I'm not for it at all. It featured I think yesterday was probably one of the worst lobbies we've ever seen. But either way, putting that aside, there were 3 100Ks. None of them went to Sharks, surprisingly, right? I'll start off with DraftKings. We had Royal Raider take down the humongous Melonheads 100K to first, right? By the way, guys from the stream, right? Somewhere in the mix. Mav was up there. Space Jam, we talk often. Congratulations, bud. Royal Raider was the one that took it down. Royal Raider, I think, just had 8 entries in this thing. Pretty impressive. Very, very impressive. So congratulations to him. He takes on the 100K in that tournament. In the Mega Sevens, it was Lax God 26 beating out Utica, Piano Club, Wilson, a bunch of great players, and he does it with just 1 entry. Just to show you, these guys aren't your typical players maxing out every tournament. So for those of you that think you can't win it, you definitely can. He put in 1 bullet, cost $777. He turned it into $100,000. Congratulations to him. On FanDuel, there was 1 as well. And it was not your Awesome's, Uticals, Chipotle's, Papagates. It was not any of them. Brooklyn Juice takes down $100,000. And just like that, all 3 of them are taken down by guys that are not maxing out and playing 100K per slate, or trying to at least, across different sites. It was not. Casuals rejoice. You get some money back in your pockets. I think most of this was due to, in part, Chalk doing okay. It wasn't too bad. If you played Garrett Cole, you were fine. Any combination of the cheap pitchers or Robbie Ray, I think you were there too. If you wanted to be a little bit different, like the FanDuel winner, I think Erod on FanDuel with 50 fantasy points was okay. Outside of that, Cleveland did fairly well. Most of the top guys, if you wanted to go off the board and go Boston, I think you did well there too. If you had your standard stacks and you played a few of them, the White Sox should have been in there. They did good as well. So I don't know. Sharks just had a tough time. If Sharks are a bit contrarian, I guess that did not work. In my opinion and in my play, I lost about 40 to 50%. I was a little bit contrarian. It didn't work out. Chalk was just a little bit strong, at least enough to catapult them to the top of leaderboards and have strong scores. So I couldn't do it. Sharks couldn't do it. Congratulations to casuals and those winners that took down the 100K on a huge Monday, despite all the rake, top-heavy payout structures, whatever. Congratulations, boys. Or grills, sorry. Topic number 2, we'll talk about Fantasy Pro and Lineupstudy. Yesterday, if you saw the stream, again, go to twitch.tv/mlora, 12 p.m. Eastern every single day or every weekday. We not debuted really, it's just we're adding features as we go. You guys keep messaging, we keep adding features. We added a new one. And this one, I don't think it's fully functional yet. We're about 90% done. We had some hiccups along the way there at the end, but Dave was almost finished. If you're seeing my screen on YouTube, you can see that the right side of the All Lineups tab when using Lineupstudy always has a player usage tab, which you can kind of sort by clicking whichever player you want, right? And then you'll see which, in this case, I clicked Rafael Devers. You'll see all the Devers lineup. You can now sort by stack usage. right? So I see all the lineups here. I know that Boston was used about 10% of the time. I can sort by only Boston lineups. And I could see all the Boston lineups here, whether they're mini stacks or major stacks, right? I could click Baltimore. I'll see all the Baltimores. I could click St. Louis, Chicago's. I can see whatever I want, and I'll be able to see them. Pretty cool to see stuff this way. If you see stack combos as well, these aren't fully functional yet, but if you see stack combos, you'll be able to go into, I don't know, say I want to see only the Philly-Toronto lineups that had both of those combined. You'll be able to click that and see all the lineups that fit the criteria you're clicking on or the combos you're clicking on. You could also, or you will be also, able to do this when you click on someone's lineup. So for example, I go to the overview tab. I only want to see, and I'm clicking Ricky D as an example. He finished second place in this tournament. I want to see all his, Colorado stacks only. You could see it through here, right? You could click this team stacks tab and sort this way. You could now do it much easier using the right panel. And if you wanted to see combos even more in depth, you can see that too. It's a very easy way to see how much a player or a user played a certain stack or a certain combination. You could also see how many combinations in total they have. So a lot of new stuff we keep adding to MLB. MLB's not over. We still want to get better. Fantasy Cruncher Pro, and Lineupstudy continue to add new features. So go play with that one as soon as it's out. Topic number 3, payout structures were horrible. I mentioned that at the top of the show. They were horrible on DraftKings on Monday. A lot of speculation, a lot of backlash on Twitter saying that was the worst lobby of the year. We've seen some pretty bad ones, but we've never seen, lobbies to the extent of everything being 30 to 35% to first, including the $5 to $10 range big tournament that they have every day. That one was $100K to first, and it was like 33% or 35% to first. Something ridiculous, right? Head over to Tuesday, and I think we're back to normal. Fine, at least I would hope. Not all the tournaments are in yet, but the 15, which I think will be the main tournament, the bigger tournament, goes down to 16% to first. They literally cut the first place prize in half. It was $100K. With $300K guaranteed, now it's $50K. $50K more for the rest of the field, which, let's be honest, if you're not top 5, you're probably losing in these tournaments. I talk about it all the time on my Twitch streams. It's frustrating, right? It is frustrating. We go back to normal here. Even the top end, even the 444 that offers $100K to first, 25% to first. I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a fan of 50% of the prize pool going to the top 10, but when it's this type of tournament, there's only 1,000 entries. You're paying $444 to get in. I think that's pretty okay. We'll wait to see what else comes out in the lobby, but I hope it's not a bunch of 30% plus to first place. It makes the lobby kind of depressing, and you kind of saw the backlash DK was getting yesterday. Hopefully they heard. Hopefully they do something about it. Hopefully we don't keep having double qualifiers and 100Ks everywhere. We can deal with 20Ks. We can deal with 30Ks. That's still a significant amount of money. I hope they listen. So far, so good in the Tuesday lobby. Really, anything would have been better than what we saw on Monday. So thank you guys for listening. If you guys are watching on YouTube, thank you. If you could rate, like, subscribe, comment down below, whatever you guys want to do to help out. That would mean the world to me. If you want to catch me on Twitch and stop by, you can do that too. By the way, a couple housekeeping things. I have a Twitter thread up on my Twitter, at MLaura. Go in there, respond to what is your favorite NFL DFS products to subscribe to before the season. I want to go over that on my Twitch stream. You can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/MLaura. I will be in there, again, 12 p.m. Eastern every single day. We get better. We dissect pros. We talk strategy. We truly want to make everyone better. And I'm matching gifted subs all this week. If you want a free subscription, stop by the channel. We'll hook you up. Other than that, catch you guys back tomorrow.